Vehicle safety features. In this module, you will learn about the vehicle safety features which protect drivers and passengers in case of a vehicle accident. Let's first have a look at the road crash statistics. Road crash statistics. According to the World Health Organization (WHO) report on world's road safety, approximately 1.24 million people die annually, which is approximately 3,400 people per day. Another 20 to 50 million people sustain non-fatal injuries. In the UAE, the number of road traffic injuries and fatalities rate per 100,000 population is quite high. These injuries and deaths have an immeasurable impact on the affected families and communities. There are many ways to cut down these figures. One prominent way to reduce the number of injuries and fatalities is by using the vehicle safety features. Vehicles are equipped with several safety features which play an important role to keep all the occupants safe in the crashes. These include 1. Seatbelt. 2. Child restraint system as add-on. 3. Airbag. 4. Head restraint. 5. Crumble zone. And many more depending on the type and model of the vehicle. Let's take a brief look at these important safety features. Seatbelt. The modern seatbelt was invented by a Swedish engineer, Nils Bohlin, in 1959. This invention changed the world by preventing injuries during a car crash. Seatbelts do save lives. A seatbelt is the primary safety feature of the vehicle. Therefore, it is important for all the occupants of the vehicle, both in the front and rear seats. Let's have a look at some advantages of seatbelt. Advantages of seatbelt. A properly worn seatbelt has many advantages. Saves life. Seatbelt reduces the chance of traffic-related fatalities. Prevent ejection. Seatbelt holds the occupants securely in place on seats. Improves control. Seatbelt helps to control the vehicle in a crash situation. Reduce injury. Seatbelt spreads the force of impact over large parts of the body, reducing severity of injuries. Valuable. Seatbelt reduces the medical expenses and saves time. Now let's have a look at some life-threatening disadvantages of not using seatbelt. The disadvantages of not using the seatbelt are severe and often result. The occupant will continue to move within the cabin at the original speed of the vehicle. During a crash, the vehicle may come to a sudden stop as a result of collision, but the occupants inside the vehicle will continue to move within the cabin at the high speed. Serious injuries often occur when occupants with a great force thrown into each other or strike with hard interior of the vehicles, such as steering wheel, gear stick, windscreen, or dashboard. Driver or passengers can be thrown out. As the occupants are moving at a very high speed, there is a possibility that they can be thrown out of the vehicle. Serious injury or death often results when people are thrown out. Physics says that if the body weight is 75 kilograms inside the vehicle, traveling at 120 kilometers per hour, keeps on moving when an impact slows or stops the vehicle. This unrestrained body strikes whatever is immediately in front of it with up to 15 tons of force. You can see in this clip how a single unrestrained passenger can be dangerous for himself and others. So always buckle up and make sure that it is used appropriately so that it can provide maximum protection. Let's see the design of seatbelt. Seatbelt design. Seatbelt is designed to be worn on the bony structure of the body and should be worn across the front of the pelvis, chest, and shoulder, so that it can provide the maximum protection. Also make sure it is firmly adjusted. It must not be twisted. It must only restrain one occupant. Remember, seatbelt is important for everyone in every trip, either short or long trip. You can also realize the importance of seatbelt, that even the pregnant woman should use the seatbelt to keep herself and unborn baby safe. An add-on safety feature, child restraint system, can be used if children are traveling with you. Child restraint system, add-on safety feature. Driver is not only responsible for his own safety, but also for the occupants. If there are children in the vehicle, the best protection for them is child restraint system, also known as child seats. Child seats can reduce the risk of injury and death to a great extent in car crashes. These seats absorb the impact of the crash and keep the child secure and safe. Most of the children in the UAE do not travel in child seats. Around 50% of children killed in traffic accidents were unrestrained passengers. Many of these deaths could have been prevented if they were traveling in an appropriate and properly fitted child seat. Being a responsible parent, you should use the child seat for your children when traveling. Make sure to use the appropriate child seat depending on the child's age and size. Stages of child seats. There are 4 stages of child seats. Stage 1, baby seat. Stage 2, child seat. Stage 3, booster seat. Stage 4, booster cushion. Stage 1 is baby seat. Baby seat is also known as infant seat. This seat is rear-facing and is used from newly born to 12 months, weighing up to 13 kilograms and a height of up to 65 centimeters. It has an integral harness. This seat is positioned rear-facing, opposite to the direction of travel, because babies need extra support while traveling in a vehicle. Babies have large and heavy heads compared to their bodies. Their neck area is not strong enough to withstand the crash forces. A rear-facing seat with a secure harness will support baby's neck and helps to protect the baby in a sudden stop or crash, as it distributes the crash force along the entire back, neck, and head, putting less stress on any one part of the body. Move baby to forward-facing child seat when the top of their head is higher than the top of the baby seat. Stage 2 is child seat. Child seat is also known as convertible seat. This seat is forward-facing and is used from 1 to 4 years, weighing between 9 kilograms to 18 kilograms and a height of 65 centimeters to 95 centimeters. It has the internal harness, which includes the crotch strap that prevents the child from sliding out in case of sudden stop or crash. This seat must be positioned facing forward in the direction of travel. Move child to booster seat when the top of their head is higher than the top of the child seat. Stage 3 is booster seat. This seat can be used for children from the age of 4 to 6 years, weighing between 15 kilograms to 25 kilograms and a height of 95 centimeters to 125 centimeters. Booster seats are normal seats designed to allow the child to use the adult seatbelt. The purpose of this seat is to position a child so that seatbelt is correctly placed on the lap and shoulder. Move child to booster cushion when the weight range exceeds the booster seat. Stage 4 is booster cushion. It is generally used from age 6 to 11 years, weighing between 22 kilograms to 36 kilograms and height of 125 centimeters to 140 centimeters. It is used when the child outgrows the booster seat. It is designed to boost the height of the child to correctly use the adult seatbelt. It is always recommended to fix the child seats in the center of the rear seat, as it is the safest position if it fits well. You should check both your vehicle's owner manual and the car seat user guide for secure installation. When child height is above 140 centimeters, they may use the adult seatbelt. Use the adjustable anchorage point to ensure the diagonal part of the seatbelt is not too close to the neck. It should fit comfortably across the middle of the shoulder and chest. The hip section of the belt should stretch below the hips and not across the abdomen. to avoid injuring internal organs in case of a crash. Young children are naturally curious about their surroundings. They always try to explore. They may interfere with the internal controls without understanding the consequences. Therefore, to keep them always safe, use child lock in the rear doors when they are in the vehicle. Remember, airbags are meant to protect adults. The impact of the airbag can cause life-threatening injuries to the child, so children must be kept away from the airbags. Another safety feature of the vehicle is Airbag. Airbag is a safety device mainly for adults fitted in the vehicles that inflate rapidly and provide cushion to the passenger in case of a collision. It is also known as Supplemental Restraint System, or SRS, as they play a supplementary function in protecting the passengers. Airbags can be fully effective when they are used in a combination with seatbelts. During a collision, the sensor detects an impact. Airbags inflate faster than the blink of an eye to provide soft landing to the body. It softens the impact on passengers and protects the body from contacting steering wheel, windshield, or other parts of the vehicle. The airbag deploys very swiftly, so for best protection, always sit properly on the seat, use seatbelt, and keep a minimum 25 cm safe space from the breastbone to the steering wheel. Remember, although airbags are intended to provide protection, they can be dangerous for children, so keep the children or child seats away from the airbags. Another safety feature of the vehicle is head restraint. Head restraint. One of the most common reported types of injuries from a vehicle accident is neck injury, which can be prevented if driver and passenger are using head restraint appropriately while driving. A head restraint is designed to limit the movement of the head and provide support in an accident. A properly adjusted head restraint will help to protect against whiplash and saves from a long-term injury. Always ensure your head restraint is adjusted properly, as either a driver or a passenger. In order to adjust the head restraint correctly, make sure the center of the head restraint is equal to the top of the ear or eye level. The distance between the head and head restraint should be less than 4 inches or 10 centimeters. The lesser, the better. Another important built-in safety feature of vehicle is crumble zone. Crumble zones. Manufacturers have provided hidden built-in safety feature as crumble zone in most of the vehicles. It protects the occupants in frontal, rear and side crashes by absorbing the crash energy. This means that the body folds and reduces most of the impact to protect the driver and passengers. There are many other safety features in the vehicle that helps and protects the occupants of the vehicle. It is worth knowing about them and their functions before you drive on the road.